Hello everyone. I was contacted a couple of weeks ago by a company called Paul Rubens. Paul Rubens is a watercolour brand based in China, and they had seen a couple of videos that I'd shared on YouTube for our watercolour prompt. The first one I did was the texture effects using household items, and then of course I went on to make some ATC coin doodle cards with the experiments that I'd done in the first video. So they contacted me asking if I was interested in trying some of their metallic watercolours. I said yes. Now, this is what they've sent me. They also asked if they could send me the watercolour sketchbook as well. So that's that here. So this is the set of 24 metallic watercolours, and this is the sketchbook. So I'm just going to pop that off to one side for a moment. Let's have a look at the watercolour box. Now, the first thing that strikes me is the presentation. It is just absolutely beautiful. You know, with Christmas not too far away. I mean, we're sort of, August, end of August already. I think this would make the most wonderful Christmas gift. The packaging is just absolutely beautiful. The box has got sort of like a linen texture, and it's kind of got a colour shift effect. If I hold it up to the light like this, I don't know whether you can see, the box is pink, but it's also got this this gold colour shift. Absolutely stunning, it really is. I mean, if packaging is the kind of thing that grabs you, this is total eye candy. It really is. Really heavy chipboard, really impressed with that. Inside, you've got the Paul Rubens information, or at least I assume this is. I think this is probably an example of some of the other watercolour palettes they offer. It's all in Chinese, so seeing as I can't read Chinese, I can't really tell. So we've got that. We've also got a swatch card. Again, most of it is in Chinese, but it does show the colours of the paints in English. So we've got all 24 colours here, and this is a piece of watercolour paper, which I think is a nice touch as well. And then the watercolour paints, they're wrapped in this kind of suedette cloth here, which is absolutely beautiful. I presume that this is for just wiping your paints off on, but I don't think I would ever be able to bring myself to do that. I will be carrying on with my bright yellow Costco microfiber cloths, just because that's just a really nice way to keep the paints, in my opinion. They come in a gorgeous pink tin with the Paul Rubens branding on the left hand side, and this is what they look like. So they're all individually wrapped, which I think is really nice, because a lot of paints just come with the palettes inside. They're not wrapped in anything, so I don't know, it just adds to that quality feel to me. So let's take one out, let's have a look. So this is what they look like. They're not wrapped all the way around, just from the side on top of the top, which hopefully will make it easier to get this stuff off, because I don't know about anybody else, but when they're wrapped, I usually struggle with these. Well, that came off like an absolute breeze. So this colour here, let's have a look. Oh goodness me, it's all sort of curled in on itself. This is not very easy to read because it's on shiny paper. Pearl Silver White, so that's Pearl Silver White. It's easier to read on here. So that's what that looks like. Let's take another one off. Let's see if this one is just as easy to remove. And yes, it is. I mean, these just come off like an absolute breeze. Just look at that gorgeous colour. It's beautiful. These are in plastic half pan tins. Just love that. Really easy to get in and out. So that one there is the Pearl Platinum. So what I think I'll do is I'll take all of the wrappers off and then I'll swatch them. But, first impressions, I'm really impressed with this. I like the packaging a lot. So let's give these a try. I'm going to swatch them on the watercolour sheet that they've included. I'm just going to spray them with some water like this, and I'll let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then let's give them a try. left this swatch card to dry overnight. So let me just tell you what my initial thoughts are. Just look how pretty these colours are. They are absolutely beautiful. I love the glitter element. These are far more glittery than any other watercolours, pearlescent and metallic watercolours that I own in my stash, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. A lot of the colours are also iridescent or duochrome, or interference, I think is another name for them. For instance, this one here, you can see that it's shifting between pink and also blue, depending on how I tilt the chart. I don't know whether you can pick that up here. We've got quite a few of these interference colours or colour shift colours in this palette. It's just absolutely beautiful. This one here, you can see how it's shifting between yellow and silver. This one between platinum and gold. They are absolutely beautiful. I've also swatched the colours out on some Winsor & Newton paper because I want to show you the difference between some of the other palettes that I have as well. And I'd swatched all of those out on this type of paper, so I can give you a really good comparison and show you how they differ. So that's Winsor & Newton 300 GSM watercolour paper, which is the same weight as the paper in the sketchbook that they've sent me, which I'll be using in a future video. We'll try painting something and see what these look like. I also love the fact that these are just as vibrant on black as well as white. Just look how gorgeous these are. They are absolutely beautiful. Now I've got 4 other metallic and pearlescent watercolour sets in my stash, so if you're interested in finding out what the differences are between these and this set here, stay tuned. Next up is the Prima Metallic Accents. This is a set of 12 metallic colours here, and that's what they look like. They're in this plastic tin. They do come with a paintbrush. This is the swatch on white paper, so quite shiny, quite metallic. We've also got one colour shift or iridescent colour here, which I think is called ultraviolet. Yep, ultraviolet. They show up well on black as well, so that's what they look like on black. What I don't like about this palette is how sticky they are. I must have swatched this 2 years ago, maybe even more, and to this very day you can see that the colours are really sticky. Not all of them, but just, you know, where I've applied a heavier layer, so much so that I've even managed to remove some of the paint here. And if I show you these, if I hold up really close, can you hear that? That's how sticky they are. And as I said, I haven't used these for quite a long time. I don't know, the last time I must have picked these up was probably about 12 months ago. So that's the one thing that I don't like about that set. We have the Kuretake Gansai Tambi Pearl Colours. This is a set of 6 pearlescent colours, and let me just try and get this out. So this is what it looks like. You've got quite large plastic pans, which I do like. I absolutely love my set of 36 Gansai Tambi Kuretake plain watercolours, which does have half a dozen metallic, mainly gold and silver in there, and I absolutely love that set. So when I saw this one at a craft fair, I thought I absolutely had to have it, but I must admit I regret buying these, and let me just show you why. They're just not very shiny and pigmented. You've got the overpowering silver element in this, which I think takes away from the brightness of the colours. They look far more exciting in the packaging than they do whilst on paper. You also get a lot of puddling as well, which I don't like. I don't mind that on the regular watercolours, but I just don't like it so much on the the metallics, the pearlescent colours. So I just don't think I would really use these very much. They also don't show up very well on black. You can see slightly that there's a difference in colour, but you know, they're certainly not for using on black paper. Then we have the FineTec Pearl Colours. I absolutely love this palette, but it's very, very different to the Paul Rubens, and I'll explain why in a second. This is what it looks like. This is a set of 12. Pound for pan, this works out a lot more expensive than the Paul Rubens. I'll leave links to Paul Rubens in the description box below so that you can see. I mean, the colours look really pretty in the set, and this is what they look like swatched. Now, on white, you can't see the colours really at all, so you can't tell what they are unless you shift the paper. So these are really for using just on black paper, but they're absolutely gorgeous. much finer than the Paul Rubens. Let's bring this back here. These are a lot more glittery, as you can see, so very, very different to the Paul Rubens ones, but the colours are really vibrant nonetheless. I absolutely love this palette, but as I've said, only for black. It's just, you know, not very good for using on white. The last set I have to show you, whoops, I've got it upside down, is this metallic stroke pearlescent set from Artist Loft. This is a budget set that you can buy from places like Hobbycraft here in the UK or Hobby Lobby in the US for around £10, I do believe, at the moment. This is what the colours look like swatched on white. You don't get any glitter. They are really shiny. You don't have any of the duochrome qualities either, but I've had great fun with this set. The colours don't show up quite so much on black. They're very patchy, so I think it's better for using on white paper, but you know, a really fun set for certainly for beginners. It's obvious that I'm impressed with this set. I think the colours are just absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that we've got lots of duochrome, colour shift colours in this palette as well. The glitter is so pretty, absolutely beautiful, and of course the fact that you can use it on white and black as well. So if I could only choose one set of watercolours, my metallic watercolours, it would have to be this one, and of course the beautiful packaging. I mean, that is just stunning, isn't it? A league above all of the others that I've shown you. So that's what it's like with the lid on, and with Christmas not too far around the corner, I just think this would make a wonderful gift. I mean, who wouldn't love to receive a box like that? It would make a beautiful present. Now I'll be back soon with another video. Let me just move those out of the way because I want to experiment with the sketchbook that they have sent. This is A5 inside. It's 100% cotton paper and the paper is 300 GSM in weight. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful on the inside. I love this black and gold page here. The watercolour is gummed. I've never tried gummed paper before, meaning that it's sealed all around the edges. You can see that there. And the idea with gummed paper is that it holds the page nice and flat whilst you're painting on it without the paper buckling. And then when you've finished and you're ready to release it, you just slide a knife or a bone folder in here and release it from the edges. So we'll experiment with this and see how this, what I think of this paper. It's the same paperweight as the Winsor & Newton here. I really like using this because it's 300 GSM, so I've got high hopes for this. So as I've said, I will be back soon and we'll try this out as well. So I hope that video was helpful, and if you've been wondering about the Paul Rubens set and how it compares to maybe other metallic and pearlescent watercolours, I hope that's given you some useful information. If you're interested in the palette or the book, I will leave links to where you can purchase them from in the description box below. But all I can say is if you've enjoyed this video today and you found it helpful, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.